drones just in the sky. Doing what? Who knows? I don't know. Nobody knows. We're just kind of just going along with it. I feel like we as a society, we are just so numb from everything that's happened in the last like 5 years that like if this is an alien invasion, we're just like, all right, well, we had a good run. Like, we're just so unfazed. Because, like, when you think of like alien invasions, you think of movies like Independence Day or something like that, and everybody's going crazy, and we're like, but like, we're the most, like, if we were a movie, this would be the most boring invasion movie ever. Because, like, the aliens would show up and they'd be like, we're here to destroy the planet. And all of us would be like, oh no, don't do that.
Hey there, Vibers. Welcome to the Vibe with Kai podcast, where we keep it real, we keep it relatable, and we keep it a little bit funny as we dive into all things mental health, ADHD, and introversion. My name is Kai. I'm your host, and each week we're going to tackle life struggles with honesty, humor, and a whole lot of heart. So whether you're here for practical advice or a little validation or just a laugh about what life is like as an adult in today's world, listen, you are in the right place. We are not about toxic positivity here. We are all about being genuine to each other and to ourselves. And we're talking about real things. And we want to encourage each other and remind you that you are not alone. With that said, my friends, sit back, relax, and let's vibe through this together and enjoy today's episode of the Vibe with Kai podcast.
What up, friends? Hi, happy Monday. Where's my fidget toy? There it is. I have so many fidget toys on my desk. And of course, I can't find them whenever I need them. I have two, by the way. If you're looking at me on the screen, you can see I have two. I have the spinny one and I have this one right here. They both are really great. This one makes a little bit more noise, so I try not to use that one sometimes. I like this one a lot, so I think I'm going to go with this one for this episode. Are you okay with that? I hope so, because it's going to be in my hand the entire time. Hi, everybody. How are we? We are, oh my gosh, halfway through December. Where does time go? No idea. No idea where time goes. I feel like this year just flew by. It was only yesterday that I feel like it was January, and now all of a sudden it's December and we're heading into 2025 somehow. I don't know how. Also, I apologize. My eyes were hurting, so I took my contacts out. So I have my glasses on, and it's all reflection, so you can't see my eyes. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Let me see if I can turn some extra light on. Can you see me? Oh, that's really bright. Yeah, let's not do that. Hold on. Let's play with the lighting here. These are all things that I should have done before recording, but I want you to see what it's like for me to live this life, this glamorous life that I live. Friends, today's episode, we're talking about introversion and pets and why introverts and pets get along so well. We just get along, introverts and pets. I want to talk about why that's the case. But before that, 3 quick things. Number 1, drones. There are drones in New Jersey. I know a lot of people not from the East Coast or the Northeast are probably looking at some of the news articles and TikToks and stuff being like, that's not happening. No, it is. It definitely is. I for those of you that don't know, I live in New Jersey, grew up in New Jersey. The drone thing, it's real. Like there are literal drones just in the sky. Doing what? Who knows? I don't know. Nobody knows. We're just kind of just going along with it. I feel like we as a society, we are just so numb from everything that's happened in the last like 5 years that like if this is an alien invasion, we're just like, all right, well, we had a good run. Like, we're just so unfazed. Because, like, when you think of, like, alien invasions, you think of movies like Independence Day or something like that, and everybody's going crazy. And we're like, But, like, we're the most, like, if we were a movie, this would be the most boring invasion movie ever. Because, like, the aliens would show up and they'd be like, we're here to destroy the planet. And all of us would be like, oh no, don't do that. Like, we are just so numb to everything. So yeah, there's definitely drones. It's probably just being blown out of proportion. I don't know, but we're all talking about it, and they're definitely in the sky. So I'm hoping that it's not anything major, but who knows at this point? in life because like I stopped trying to predict anything because who knows what's going to happen next. All right. Anyway, that was number one. Number two, I'm a night owl. I'm recording this right now at 3:46 a.m. 3:46 a.m. because I am a night owl. I don't know. Like I know people are like, you need to make sure you get sleep and you need to make sure you get rest, which I completely understand. I work better at night, and sometimes I just get so focused and I'm so energetic and I'm so excited, especially when I have an idea for something, and I just do it and I just keep going. And I know that tomorrow me is going to be very mad. Tomorrow me is going to be very upset. But right now I'm feeling energetic. I should probably just wait to edit this episode till tomorrow, but I probably won't. I'm probably going to finish editing it today and then just like not go to sleep. Apparently, I have work tomorrow, so tomorrow me is going to be very mad. Today me, very energetic. That was number two. Number three, TikTok ban. I know that's been in the news a lot. That the ban, the TikTok ban, it's looking like it's probably going to take place. I get a lot of messages from people and a lot of comments from people asking, what I'm going to do if TikTok gets banned. And I always remind people, I am an Instagrammer. I am a Facebooker that just happens to be on TikTok, right? I'm not a TikToker. I do have a large following on TikTok and all of that, but I post most of my stuff on Instagram and on Facebook. I just happen to post some of that stuff on TikTok. So I am not a TikToker. I am an Instagrammer and a Facebooker that happens to post on TikTok. So if TikTok were to get banned, it won't necessarily hurt me too much. You know what I'm saying? Though I do feel bad for a lot of my friends. I have a lot of friends that make a living off of TikTok and they have a good life. They're able to pay off their student loans and, take care of their families because of TikTok. And so if it goes away, I think I honestly feel more bad for them because there's going to be a lot of TikTokers that you know and love that are going to legitimately fade into obscurity. Not obscurity. What's the word? I don't know the word, but they're going to fade away. You remember Vine? A lot of those big Viners gone, not dead, but like just not as popular, or they just don't make content anymore. And if TikTok does end up getting banned, you're probably going to see the same thing happen with TikTokers because a lot of content creators don't understand the transition to these other platforms. It's not automatic. It's not guaranteed. And you got to switch up your content. Like the type of things that work on TikTok aren't necessarily going to work on Instagram or on Facebook or any of these other platforms. You got to be able to adjust to a new platform. And if a content creator hasn't started doing that already, I mean, they're going to have a hard time. But like I said, I've been focused mainly on Instagram and Facebook the last 3 years, I would say. So I began that transition a long time ago, and I'm really happy with my Facebook and Instagram audience. They're very engaged, they're very loving, they're very supportive. So we'll see if the TikTok ban happens. We'll see. I don't know. All right, those were three quick things. Number one, drones. Number two, I'm a night owl. Number three, TikTok ban. Let's move on to our main topic, which is introverts and pets. Before we get into the topic, this is a perfect time to let you know that I wrote a book for introverts, a digital guidebook. It's specifically for introverts, and it's all about how you can embrace your introversion. So visit my website, thevibewithkai.com, or click the link that's in the description of this podcast and download the book. I'm currently offering it for 75% off. I'm offering it right now for $5. $5. So go get it. Go if you're an introvert and you want to learn how to embrace your introversion, this book, this digital guidebook, it's for you. Go get it. I don't think you'll regret it. I hope not. I think it's money well spent, and I'm proud of my work. So I just want to put it out there for all of you introverts. Okay, let's get into the main topic. Introverts and pets. Introverts and pets have always had like a big connection, right? I feel like introvert and pets, like it's like a match made in heaven. Like as an introvert myself, I found that pets offer the perfect blend of companionship without draining my social battery. You might even see behind me, if you're watching this and not listening to this, over my shoulder, you'll see my two cats. You'll see the one I'm pointing out right there. That's Burr, and the other one. Let me see how I can do this. There we go. That one is Hamilton. So Burr and Hamilton are over my shoulder. They're my best friends. They're my cats. They're my best friends. And honestly, just the other day, the reason I'm talking about this in the first place is because the other day I was feeling overwhelmed after a long day of meetings and work stuff and content creation stuff. And honestly, the only thing that was on my brain was curling up with Hamilton and Burr. like like I couldn't wait to get home so I could spend time with my cats. And it was like the perfect introvert thing to do. I came home and that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. And it was the best feeling. I feel like cats and dogs and introverts, any kind of pet really, like there's like a language. There's like a silent communication between introverts and pets. Like there's something magical about the way that pets understand our nonverbal cues. It's like we speak a secret language with each other that we can only understand. There are literal times when I'm having full conversations with my cats, and I feel like they understand me. I feel like they get me. Even sometimes I feel like my cats, they know when I need space, and they know when I'm open for cuddling, and I don't even have to say a word. They just know. They know when I'm having a bad day. They know when I come home and I'm not in the greatest mood. They come over and they just like rub their heads against me, and it's the best feeling. It's like they know somehow. And with the life that I've had in the last couple of years, those kind of moments, the way that they can read the room, it's come in handy for me, and I'm so happy that I have them. And I know there's a lot of people listening and watching right now that are like, "Oh yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling really well." It's also all of this is also like a stress release, stress relief for introverts. I think that's why a lot of introverts are pet owners, right? Like seriously, did you know that simply petting an animal can lower your cortisol levels? It is a literal natural stress busting thing for us introverts. Um, and it helps me at least decompress and reset my mind. And I think the best part about all of this is that it's a low maintenance relationship, right? It's perfect for us introverts. The only thing I really got to do for my cats, really, I mean, they have automated everything. Is they have automatic food and water and litter, so all of that happens automatically. Honestly, for me, the only thing that I have to do is give them cuddles, right? I have to give them cuddles and give them love. I get them toys. It's very low maintenance. It's perfect for me, and it's a nice alternative to trying to, maintain human relationships, because that can be exhausting for introverts. And pets offer like this unconditional love without all of the social demands. Like I never have to worry about small talk with my cats. Like they're perfectly content with our quiet companionship. I could literally be sitting here, at my desk doing absolutely nothing, just kind of scrolling, and my cats will be sitting there completely content, just watching me. Like that is love. That is love. Um, Interestingly enough, pets can actually help introverts navigate social situations more comfortably. Like I'm going to give you a tip here, right? Next time that you're at a gathering, or like any kind of social gathering or event, and there's pets there, like try using that pet as a conversation starter, right? It's a easy way to connect with people. If you can, if you don't know what to talk about and you're at a social event and there's pets around, the pet is always the easiest option. It's the easiest thing to bring up. Like, oh my God, you have cats. Tell me about your cats. Oh my God, your dog is amazing. Tell me more about your dog. Like that. And like, we like that. A lot of us like talking about our pets, and we like hearing about it. And especially if they're there, we get to pet them and they give them love. Oh my God, it's perfect for introverts. It's also really cool because it's a recharging method for introverts. You know, it's like it's we when you're with pets, when you're with animals, you're hitting the reset button on your introvert energy meter, right? So I'm going to offer you an idea. You can take it or leave it, do with it whatever you want, but try incorporating what I call pet time, quote unquote, pet time into your daily routine. Because believe it or not, that is a form of self care. It really is. Legit, 15 minutes can make a big difference. Get like schedule 15 minutes of pet time into your day. And it's going to make a big difference. It's a mindfulness thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a mindfulness thing. It's a presence thing because pets have this amazing ability to ground us in the present moment because they're living in the present moment. They're not thinking about the future. They're not thinking, "Oh my God, what's tomorrow going to be like?" That's us. So pets, they live in the moment, and it helps ground us. It helps us live in the moment as well. And that's honestly a built-in mindfulness exercise. It's mindfulness training that you can do. Seriously, next time you're feeling anxious, try focusing. Like what I do sometimes, if I'm feeling anxious, I'll lay down on my couch, and one of my cats will come over and they'll sit on my chest usually, right? And I'll just focus on my pet's breathing. Seriously, I'll just sit there and I'll focus on my pet's breathing as they're sitting there, and that grounds me. It grounds me so much into this present moment. And so I implore you to do the same. I implore you to do the same. That's why a lot of people out there, you've probably seen it before. A lot of people out there, they have what are called ESAs, or emotional support animals. Like there's all types of ESAs that are out there. They play a special role for a lot of introverts, especially ones that are dealing with anxiety or depression. ESAs, emotional support animals, like they play a very, very important role for introverts. And it's not like, and here's the thing, I always say this about ESAs. If you're considering an ESA, it's important for you to consult with a mental health professional to determine if it's right for you. Don't just go to the store and buy a parrot and be like, it's my ESA. Like, no, you have to do a little bit more research. You want to talk to a mental health professional about this because you want to make sure that you're going about it the right way. You don't want to just do it. You want to make sure you're doing it right. I say that in general. Just if you're not talking to a mental health professional in general, whether you think you need them or not, you should. You should. It's a good thing. You know. The question I get sometimes is what kind of pet should I get? Which one should I get? I'll put it to you this way. This one's an easy answer for me. When it comes to picking a pet, it's all about matching their energy level to your introvert needs, right? So let me offer some advice. When you're trying to figure out what kind of pet you want to get to support your introverted nature, consider factors like your living space, your daily routine, how much alone time you need. Those are all things that you need to think about when you're choosing a pet. Sometimes dogs are better for you. Sometimes cats are better. Cats are better for me specifically because, I dogs require this extra attention that I can't provide because I am not home all the time. Cats, they're I often say, like, my cats, they don't live with me. I live with them. They run this place. They run this place. This place is there. They're here all day, every day. They don't leave. They're indoor cats. So like I live with them and they fit my energy level. A dog, while I love dogs, is not what I need for my introvertedness. I love dogs. I really do. There's been times when people will be like, "What do you prefer, cats or dogs?" I'm like, "Cats," and they'll be like, "Why do you hate dogs?" I'm like, "I don't hate dogs. I love dogs. I just prefer to have a cat because of my introverted nature. What I need as an introvert. Don't forget, introversion is a spectrum. Introversion is a spectrum. So every introvert is a little bit different. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So keep in mind your living space, your daily routine, how much alone time you need, all of that kind of stuff when you're trying to decide when you're choosing a pet. Because listen, even as an animal lover, it's still crucial for you to maintain your personal space and alone time, just like you do with humans. You got to do it with pets too. You do got to establish some sort of boundary there. Again, I say this all the time. Establishing a boundary, it's not pushing people or things away. It's just protecting your well-being. It's protecting yourself. I found that creating what I call an introvert area in my home, it helps me recharge when I don't want to be around my cat. My cats are not allowed in my bedroom. So if I need to just be alone away from my cats, I go in my bedroom. And they're trained to the point that like I could even have my door open in my bedroom and they won't come in because they know better. Right, boys? They know better. So I have an area of my house that is specifically for me that they are not allowed in and they know better. So I have that. And I suggest that you get the same because it's important for you to have that personal space and alone time. Just like you would with a human, you got to have that with a pet too. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So listen, my friends, today we explored the special bond between introverts and pets. We discussed how our animal companions offer silent understanding. They offer stress relief. They offer a form of relationship that aligns perfectly with our introverted nature. From the calming effects of pet ownership to the ways our furry friends can help us navigate social situations, it's clear that pets play a unique role in all of our lives as introverts. Remember, friends, embracing your introversion is key to living authentically. And pets can be wonderful partners on that journey. With that said, my friends, again, I wrote a book just for introverts, a digital guidebook. It's available now. Visit my website, thevibewithkai.com. Download it. It's only $5. Go do it right now because I can't guarantee it's going to be $5 forever. So go download it right now. Again, friends, shout out to all the pets out there. And the pets, if you're listening to this right now, ruff ruff or meow meow. They know what I said and they know that I meant it. Love you guys.
And that's a wrap on this week's episode of the Vibe with Kai podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you found a little bit of comfort in today's episode, and I hope that you're walking away with a little bit of encouragement, and I hope that you laughed a little bit along the way. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a review. Let me know what you thought of the episode. I really want to hear your voice. I want to hear your story. I want to hear all about your journey. Let's keep the conversation going. Make sure you follow me on all of your favorite social media platforms. Follow me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be, at The Vibe with Kai for more tips, more laughs, and more real talk. Remember, my friends, you are not alone on this journey. We are in this together. And until next time, stay kind to yourself, embrace the journey, and keep vibing. I'll catch you next time. Much love. Good vibes.